Today's segment is pretty much talking about pick a struggle.
You pick a struggle.
I have to pick a struggle.
That pick a struggle, bruh.
You need to pick the goddamn struggle.
You have more than 2 struggles. If you have 3, then that's it. It is over.
Come get it together. I'm glad we ain't got no breaks, because I'll be damn. There we go. Whoo, Jesus. Welcome to Fishbowl Radio Network. This is another episode of Pick a Struggle. We got Maddloczz and Moe in here today. Right? They kick off their second season.
No.
Today.
Third season.
I could have sworn you said second.
It said third. See, you don't be paying attention.
No, I'm talking about in the text message. Cause look, let me tell y'all something.
Oh,
She did not.
Round one.
I heard that he called me Lassie, right?
She did not. She done came out the gate on me for some odd reason.
Myself
I don't know what I did to her.
She put the gloves on.
Or what I did to her. Right? She got her hair wrapped up and everything.
Got the Vaseline and everything. She ready. You hear me?
Because y'all don't understand. He'll talk about us if we quiet out there. He talk about we loud. Then when we didn't show up one weekend, he was like, where y'all at? I guess y'all feel like y'all. I said, we do other stuff, right?
Right. I showed her because I was like, they ain't been here long enough to be running no archive.
Right. I know we was surprised. We was like, well, hey, what are you at? They supposed to be
like
here
they
every
best
Sunday.
be
Yes. Every Sunday.
We take mental breaks around here.
We tired.
This is my mental break. I ain't gonna lie.
Mine too, because during the week be just
This is definitely
it's a
my
whole
mental
nother
break.
struggle.
We got to pick one.
You know it's real when they all
pick a
day
struggle.
Yes,
Right.
Oh, they know.
Then how was y'all week? How was your? I just ain't seen y'all in forever.
I know. Christmas and New Year's we took off, which was to regroup for the show, and then of course regroup for Maddloczz and Moe, and regroup for our individual businesses as well. So we was like, we're gonna take this time off, self-care, self-love, and then come back.
Alrighty then.
Yes. So how was it? Anything exciting happened during the holidays for y'all?
I got to spend time with Dolores Lee Brown, my granny, and my best friend got to spend Christmas with me, so that was really lit.
That's cool.
And then I got to spend time with my significant other and see family. It was a good time.
That's what's up. So your best friend is he or she?
Is a she?
She live here?
Yes, Kyra Jeline.
See, I was gonna ask. I was like, she done already tried to.
Whatever.
I'm just gonna call significant other.
Shout out to Kyra Jeline Bell.
Best friend.
Kyra Jeline Bell. She's been my best friend since freshman year in high school, and my nephews and her went down there with me. So my granny got to be a great grandmother.
So went down where? Where y'all go?
Temple, Texas.
Temple. Okay. I was confused because you said they went. I was like, is she here or are they there?
No,
or
we went down to
okay.
Temple, Texas. Temple,
Okay.
Texas is like 2 hours from Fort Worth.
So you from the country?
My mama is Temple High School, all of that.
So where you were born in Dallas? Or?
I was born in Oklahoma. I'm a military brat.
Oh,
and then we
right.
moved here, and I graduated from DeSoto High School in 2011.
Girl, be careful.
So
These tables are fragile.
Y'all were in Lawton? Fort Sill?
We were, no, we was in Lawton. The hospital actually got torn down, as my mama told me. So the hospital where we were born at wasn't even there. So I'm a Okie, but my mama's Temple, my daddy's Chicago, so I'm a Mafia cowboy, as my daddy too.
Okay.
Already then.
Okay, you got it down to a science, because I'm just a cowgirl.
I'm trying to tell you, I got a little mafia in me. I like the cigars, Al Capone.
Okay, Mo, and what about your holidays? How did they go?
Mine was good for Christmas. We had a Christmas party, and then for New Year's, I taught a class on Saturday and Sunday to bring in the New
So for
Year's.
those who don't know, what was you teaching? What was you doing?
So
what do you
that's
do?
what I was going to get to.
Okay, I didn't want you to just slide over.
No, I wasn't. So for Saturday and Sunday, we had for my business Motivate Your Womb, we had a womb intention class. So for those that wasn't kind to their womb for 2020 or didn't have any resources for any issues or mental, spiritual, I had a class just for you to set your womb intentions, any herbs, body affirmations, chakra alignment. So we had our class, sold out class actually.
Oh.
Saturday and Sunday. So Yeah. We have
So the
another one
womb, you
coming
talking
up.
about the womb of the woman's womb?
No,
Yeah.
no, the man's.
See, that's what I be talking
The
about.
woman's womb.
Look, I told you I'm on your side. Like, I knew he was gonna come with it. He been ready for us. He be answering my questions sometimes, but he be
I'm just
mean
gonna
on
drink my
Facebook.
green tea. I'm just gonna drink my green tea. He's not just mean on Facebook. He mean everywhere else.
I'm trying to tell you.
So you said set your intent. So I know you teach a class, so that means you probably getting paid. But can you give us a little bit of free, what knowledge about that? How you do that? Or,
Okay, so for your womb intentions, when you hear the womb, what's the first thing to come to mind when you hear
Baby.
Menstrual.
baby.
Okay, so thank you, and I'm glad you said that. So when we say womb, people think of babies, but we never think about our creative space. That is
Okay.
our creative space.
Oh, that's
That's
neat.
where we hold stress. That's where we don't really take the time to massage our stomach. We have muscles there. We have fibroids, cysts, the things that we don't need there. So a lot of people relate that to babies, but it's so much more as your creative space. You're manifesting money space as well, because we are all creative. So
Okay.
that's what we did for the class. And so it's a series class. We have a root chakra coming up next. We just got all type of stuff coming. Classes.
So how people will sign up for your class? Cause I
You can
think
go
everyone-
to motivateyourwomb.com.
Can you put that in the comment section?
Moetiviate. So for
Okay.
Mo. So
Okay.
motivate your womb. And so it's only 10 people per class. So that way
Okay.
we want to make sure that we connect with everybody.
Right.
We don't want to overload, even with or without COVID. We don't want to overload. We want to be able to really tone in on our space and get to know you and know your vagina mood. But that's a different story.
Yeah. That's a. Well, I'm looking over here, but the camera here.
Right, because
That's a real thing. She got the whole setup, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it, but she got the whole
And
setup.
she
I
done-
love it.
she
I
done made
love it.
Fishbowl lecture building shoot up. She got a whole
Gotta be ready.
whole extension cord
Like,
over
don't
there.
forget, I got the ring light. Don't forget the eyeliner. Like, what? Like,
I'm about to
okay.
get that set up because I'm gonna be in here with the light and everything. Because sometimes I'll be like, dang,
But it be so warm.
we like we was in the sun all day yesterday. Dang.
Well, I'm trying to boost my presentation for
I got
like
you.
2021, like, and just try to come more clean and cut, and trying to clean some things up and get rid of some things. So I was like, my mentor, Ms. Eve, she was like, people won't take it seriously unless you take it seriously.
That's true.
And so like I have to mend some business relationships, get rid of some, introduce some. I guess I just feel like Drake when he said stop little broing me. Like stop little broing me, man.
Who
So,
said that?
Drake. When
Oh,
he was
Drake.
Getting,
I thought you said Dre. I was like, I
Nah.
didn't say this shit.
So that's your goal for 2020 is to expand on every.
to expand and
Make it
and
better.
not to be like and get the respect that I deserve. Like I feel like as a person in my life, I try to respect everybody and their views, their understanding. And one thing that really sat with me when my mom was talking to me towards the end of the year, just me and my mom have gotten a really good relationship through the years, and I just told her, I think people just mess with me because they just know I get mad, and my mom was like, silence is an answer too. And, it's just working on it. Like, they were talking about Tamar today. Like, people rate her as dramatic and anime, but we forget that person could have been pushing her buttons for how long?
Right.
And she just finally snapped. But I'm working on it. Presentation, my little attitude, Sometimes I ain't shit. So, I got to work on it.
And the fact that you know that sometimes I'm not agreeing with you. But the fact sometimes you have to look back at yourself because we try to always put it off on other people. Like, well, you said this and you did that, but what did I say? How did I react?
Because I can control this situation. Like, I don't have to sit here. Like, you don't have to sit here. So I have to be able to respect that. And when it comes to the business world, I was telling one of my friends, there's shark in the water. I'm just glad that I can call Mo and vent to, like, being an entrepreneur.
Not call FaceTime.
FaceTime, I'm sorry. I'm bougie now. FaceTime.
She doesn't call anymore. She
Are you okay with the FaceTimes, Mo?
Girl.
Are you okay with the FaceTime? I mean,
I'm like, this girl. First of all, she called me yesterday. I'm like, you know I'm working.
right.
She didn't call me. She FaceTimed me. So everything is FaceTime. Mom, what you doing? I'm like, well, I mean, I got my purse on. I just walked in the house.
I was like,
let me set let me set my phone down so I can talk to you.
Right.
That's too funny.
So I think I don't like FaceTime because I'm not always presentable. Sometimes,
I do, but what I do is I just hold the camera up to where it just shows up here. Be like, hey, because oh my god, because when Sammy was doing those Zoom meetings, a couple of months ago, and I kept holding mine up or turning my camera off, and she was like, "Dre, we want to see you." I'm like, why?
I'm here.
Right. I'm present.
I don't care what I look like. It be one lock sticking up. I'm looking at Mo like. Hey.
That's because you're comfortable with her and she comfortable with you. But like,
Mo is, I be all up in Mo's space. Mo's not comfortable with anybody. It's just that because of the big sister, little syndrome thing, she knows I mean well, and she's just like, if I ignore her, I'm going to fuss about it.
Right. So
like, Mo, so you didn't see me call, but then if she called and I don't answer,
it's a problem.
It's a problem. What are you doing? I say, Mo, I was just being ratchet on the other end. Like, I had to keep myself together. Like I told.
Had to get restaged.
Like, my friend and me were just loud and just yelling, and we was just being ratchet. I said, oh, Mo's calling. Let me call you back.
Don't do that.
And so, and so I just went real low to her. I was like, She's like, why? You got an attitude? What's wrong with you? I said, nah, I was just being ratchet on the other line, so I was trying to make sure I told it down.
That's
right.
too funny.
We don't want you to see that side.
I try to act like I got some sense with me.
Well, I mean, it's okay to be ratchet. I think it's a time and place for everything. So be ratchet. Get that out of you so that when you get to a certain level, it won't just come out. Get it all out now. Get it all out now.
You can control it.
Get it all out now. So, do you have any children?
No, I don't have any biological children. No. Okay. I'm enjoying being a modern day woman.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with not having kids.
I have the freedom that my granny dreamed of and the freedom that my mama thought of. So I just try to take full advantage of it.
And rub it in their face.
Right, I can do what you couldn't do, Granny.
My mama didn't talk to me about like getting married and having children. She talked to me about stability and being a businesswoman and stuff. Like my granny wasn't supposed to make it like past a certain age, so it wasn't big on her to have kids. And the same with my mama. So like if my mama heard y'all asking me about kids, she'd be in the background. Quit all that. Like my mentors would be like, don't. Alicia, get over here. You don't need to go outside with them no more. So no.
They want the wrong thing for you. Maybe, they push you in the wrong direction.
Maybe after 30. Ask me after 30. I'm 27, so ask me after 30.
That's what I thought too. I was like, after I reach 30, maybe.
I'm not
a huge maybe.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like doing. I'm not half the woman my mother was, and that's all due respect to her. Yeah. I'm not. And I can honestly say that and be comfortable. Like Felicia and Wilson. You got to say the whole day because she an OG. Like
on Facebook, right?
Yes, my mama say Felicia and Wilson. My mama is an OG. I respect the woman my mother is. I'm not half the woman she is. No.
Well, it ain't. I mean, your life path is different for everybody. So.
What about you, Mo? You got any children?
Children. No, but my husband and I will be working on conceiving.
Oh, I didn't know you were married.
Oh, no, you didn't say.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, my husband and I will be working on conceiving this year. We'll be some old parents.
So what was y'all doing this past year? Y'all wasn't conceiving?
No, because my business, I want to focus on my business, and he allowed that to happen. And so I'm very
So y'all didn't have no sex last year?
Look at her face.
That's what I was asking.
So he's trying to make it seem like the only time people have sex is when they want a kid. People just have recreational sex every day. Get on them, Mo. Get him.
Don't let him do you.
Get him, Mo.
Don't you do my call.
Get him, Mo. I promise we don't invite people on here to attack him. It just happens.
So
it just kind of happens.
It's not premeditated.
No, we don't be like, okay.
No, I never think about. It's just soon as.
Yeah. So for last year, Maddloczz and Moe. Let me see. The year before last, we was in Maddlocz's kitchen.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask about that too because I had started. I was like.
Yeah,
what was that?
We started.
Yeah, we started in the kitchen, and so then she was telling me about fishbowl. So I was like, well, I don't know. Let me she started telling me more about it. I was like, okay, well, cool. So we did the walkthrough and everything, so which was cool. So we had that going. We wanted to just make sure that we had the foundation straight for Maddloczz and Moe, and then of course for Twin Nation, her hair product business, and then Motivate Your Room for my business. So I had time to travel different places and meet different people. Oh, we both did. And so
I just get in the car when she
we
told me
were
to
just
go.
able to focus on our business.
I get in the car. Mo be like, you want to go? Yeah.
So how did Maddloczz and Moe start? Like, how did y'all meet?
My mentor,
was that
D.
the one you had on the show?
Yeah, so Miss Eve and D are the owners of Happy Nuts, and they're my mentors. And D is from Mo's hometown. And her,
Don't you let me say it, because I swear to
Mo's
God.
home.
I say her hometown name wrong. Sorry.
Jack it up.
What is it?
Winfield, Louisiana.
How you messed it up?
What you be saying?
Winniefield.
I say Winfield.
She doing it on purpose.
No, because there's Lancaster and Lancaster. Like, it depends on where you come from. You know what I'm saying?
If you from Dallas,
So don't judge me. You know what I'm saying?
But you added extra letters on
I
that.
wasn't trying to. Look, I was excited just to be in Louisiana. When
Yeah, so I had an event. So in my hometown, as far as we know, my other business partner Travis, there hasn't ever been a pop-up event, and so the people that do have, not necessarily events, but like stores and stuff, like they are the popular ones, and people just go to them. So him and I got together. It's like, well, we're gonna do a pop-up. We're gonna pull the people we know.
I swear to God. See, this is what happens when you try to do too much. That's exactly what happens.
You don't have to change.
you a hater, bro.
You messing up her story, and I was all captivated, and you didn't.
So in history, as far as we know,
Yeah.
no one has ever had a pop-up. And so in our hometown, I graduated in high school in 2001, and we had separate proms. So only white people would do things. So when we got together, we went to the city of Winfield, and we had a lot of pushback, like a lot. They tried to stop the event by any means necessary. And I'm like, well, we're pulling people from the town to bring in some money to circulate so we can keep doing these things. So anyway, I had an event, and so her mentors, they're from Winfield as well, so they told her about the event, and she came. So how she stood out was, from the city, I had ordered some fans because it was hot, right? So
wait, when she tell the story, she got it like.
So we're in the middle, and so they were on like your side, to the right side, and so the fans that I ordered, because it was my pop-up event that I was doing, somebody had a extension cord, and then they had the fans blowing on them. So I said,
that's not the whole truth of the story. That's why I gotta break up this part of the story, and I don't mean to interrupt her, but
is this the same extension cord you got here?
No,
it might have been.
Technically, so when we go to the event, I'm a talker, so I talk to the neighbors, whatever.
What?
The lady,
Right.
whatever.
Coulda.
See, look, I'm finna take my gloves off. And the lady next to us had talked to the guy that had his own generator, and she had an extension cord, so she was like, talking to my mama, and she's like, well, y'all are nice people, so we just gonna share this fan and da-da-da-da. I was like, cool, cause we hot. Right. It's Louisiana. I still got a sunburn from Louisiana, okay, being out there. So, and then my stuff can melt in the sun, so we were like,
that's why
okay.
you come prepared.
What you have? What would you do?
So we're known for the Emerald Dream hair cream. Hair crack.
Okay.
That's why I went down there. Like, it was my first event that I was traveling to. And so me and my mom went out there. And so when we go out there, I actually sold out in a matter of like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. So we had the fan out there. And so we got lost, and I was already messaging Mo, and then she got us there to the park. So it was this big thing about the fan, and the lady was like, well, I'm not going to let them take it because this is my extension cord. And I was like, well, shoot, we sitting here with y'all. So I just was following along. The woman was older than me. I didn't argue. And she had the extension cord. So I was a standby, okay?
So you just innocent.
Innocent bystander.
Yes.
By association, you weren't trying
like,
to
it was. I didn't tell her to take it. I didn't tell her to take it.
That's how she stood up. But at the end, she came. She's like, Mo, I had a really good event, which everybody had a good event. So, and then I had another, but by that time we kept in touch. And so we started just linking up. And so she was telling me about the podcast, and I was like, no, I'm not.
Because I always wanted to do it.
So you were already doing it, or you want?
It was my idea to do it, and at the time I had an associate that was like not for it, and so I had already been on the Mary Jane Mary Ann show for
Say
STEM
Mary
Radio.
Jane.
I was saying Mary Jane. And then I was on the Vinny Vegas show. So I had been here. I seen Gary. So I had already been here. So she said I bullied her into it. But I was like, come on. It's something that we can do for the culture and what you do and what I do. And
so I had to be clear. I'm like, well, because I had to call her by her real name at this point. I'm like, what is this show going to be about? So I don't know that. Make sure that it aligns with what I feel and do.
Yeah.
So she was like, okay, well, we're going to do healthy hair and body show and everything in between. So involve business because we have our individual businesses and all that stuff. So we started out on Anchor, which I think we still have the app that we need to get back on. So we would pick our topics, but it's real life. We're not like searching for things because we are the source. Right. And so we're like, okay, we're going to talk about our businesses. And then we started getting more in tune, so we was like, okay, we need a bigger platform so we can have guests on. Because our minds just start, we're already creative, but it's just started running.
And we were going to events, and people were starting to get to notice us, and we were interviewing business owners. Right. So it got to the point that we were actually getting jumped. Like, when are y'all going to let us on the show? When are y'all going to do this? And it got to the point it got big.
That is so lucky. I don't never get... we don't never get those.
We'll get jumped.
It's like,
but we fresh. Like, well, I'm fresh. This last year was my first time ever, so it takes time. I know it
takes time, and Moe knows people. Like, Moe knows people. Yeah. I know this much. Moe knows like. This
well, that's
about
because
people.
With me, I deal with men and women clientele.
Yes.
And the public eye may seem like not. I don't want to say perfect, but. Okay, but then behind the scenes, people have some issues. Yeah. So they'll come to me, and I'm very quiet. I'm very private, and so people feel comfortable. So I'm like, okay, well, let me use this clientele now. This is our clientele.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so we have to be able to share because they're gonna always bounce back and forth between us.
Right. Yes.
And everybody support us, and so we call everybody cousins.
Yep.
So everybody's called cousins. And so we went to an event, Holistic Community Market in Deep Ellum. Shout out to Serena.
Woo,
so this
woo.
one lady said, so she was doing this. I'm like, well, are you okay? Oh, you're a family in here? Because all these beautiful black people. And it was like, how did this happen? I'm like, yeah, we are a family in here. I'm like, not by blood, but, by...
blood don't make your family no damn well.
They sure don't. I know that. Sure don't. But it's like, why can't we, as black people, support one another? Why can't we share our clientele? Why can't we keep the circle? It's not going to work for everybody, but we are family with us.
And do it. And it's just like building that community. And when I met Moe, the reason why I wanted to do a podcast with Moe, because I really wanted something for the community. I really wanted to. My favorite show growing up was Living Single. Khadijah was one of my favorite, and
mine
she
was
did.
Max,
I loved her too, but Khadijah she had a magazine for the community, and that's ultimately my goal. And I was like, Moe, well, no one's talking about herbs, nobody's talking about depression, anxiety, no one's highlighting a lot of these business owners. And a lot of times when you get on podcasts or certain shows, you gotta pay a good penny just to get that clientele. So it's just. We just wanted a safe space for everybody to get educated and to learn something
I just needed
different.
to be clear. I'm like, well, I say vagina a lot, so that's my favorite word. I need to make sure that everybody's cool with this.
Yeah, because some people get
vagina,
offended,
and what is your vagina mood? That's when she say that's cool. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, like my parents would watch the show and they'd be like, oh.
And you know what's so cool about now that y'all explain how y'all work together, you don't never hear black people saying that. Like
what, vagina?
That too.
You never hear black people saying, let's be, let's share.
Right.
Let's do this together.
Right.
We cousins. Family.
Right.
You and white people might not say it, or other, communities might not say it out loud, but that's what they thinking in their head. Mm-hmm. Black people, from what I've experienced, are always about what they can do for themselves.
Right. Yes.
Not what I can do for the community, but what can I do that's going to benefit me.
Yes.
And anytime I hear that or see that, I love it because it inspires me to be to support more black businesses. Because at first I wasn't. I mean, I would if I needed something, I'm gonna go to the store and get it. I'm not gonna look and seek out a black business to support that.
Speaking of black businesses, I went to It's So Vegan today.
Oh,
I
you
love
did?
them.
Oh,
I love them. They're so
my
good.
God.
And
I went to Miranda's house because I had ordered a lot of food, and I was like, okay, I can't do this by myself. Well, I can, but I shouldn't.
God.
So,
But it's vegan, so you know.
Oh yeah, but oh my God! So we had spicy chicken sandwich with some fries.
Was it made with mushrooms?
Oh no, it was tofu.
Okay.
But it had like the spice, like, and then
The spiciness.
had Salisbury steak with mashed potatoes and greens and macaroni and cheese. And when I tell you, it tasted way better than
what you
anything
thought.
that I done cooked.
Yeah.
It's just all about
It
the
was-
seasoning.
Yeah, and that's what it
Yeah.
was, and that's how you know that was black, because their food was seasoned so damn good.
And it's just about being there. That's one thing I did learn from like. I grew up in Dallas, but I left Dallas for certain reasons, like, because I felt like if you didn't have a big following, you didn't always get that love in Dallas. So when I started doing
It's
business.
like that everywhere.
Yeah, but it's like, coming out of high school, trying to have it, because I didn't start out with hair products. I started out with T-shirts. And then when I started my locks, I ended up
I
with
thought
hair
you started
products.
with soap.
I started with T-shirts. Like, I've always wanted a business. So when I met Mo and we would go out of the community, it was like, it was good to see it.
Yeah.
And to be around people that just want to see you to do good, because
Right.
Yeah. Well,
It is
people
for
didn't
their
have
attention.
resources like you said. You used to go to you'll go to the store.
Store,
Like,
yeah.
where did we go to get this? How did we get it?
Right.
The only downfall about that is when you go to the store, you get what you need. You're probably not even gonna look at the ingredients.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people come to us, well, what about this and what about this? This one here is gonna explain everything. I'm gonna explain
Yeah.
what's needed, and then at a certain point, you have to stop, because now I'm like, all right, I feel like the line is crossing, just a little bit. So you have to be able to set the standards. And so I used to be a flight attendant when I was younger, and so I started out in the airline industry. So learning customer service, different cultures, and all these things, and being a supervisor for the airlines for many years, up until like a couple years ago, you learn how to spot things and be alert and to, react to certain things. Because this one, she's going to explain everything. I'm like,
it's not.
I'm not
It's
explaining
not
it.
that I
need
don't
boundaries.
want to. Yes, and that's what I'm learning in the new year. But it's something that I really pride myself on, and I think sometimes our community takes advantage, is having good customer service. So like, I pride myself for that. I go above for that. So I can honestly say there are times I got taken advantage of, but there are some customers that really do appreciate it, and that's why I call my customers Twin Nation family. We're a family when you
Yeah.
buy from us. So it's setting that boundary, but a lot of times we just don't know. Like, I literally told somebody the other day, there's so much taboo in black hair. There's so much unknown. There's so much about the vagina we don't know. And it gets to the point, you know what I'm saying?
Even
It gets
women,
to the point. Even with women, and we just don't know. So the one thing I do
And
love
men,
about
because
Mo.
men need to know about vaginas
Right,
too.
but I
okay?
mean, men think we automatically know. You know what I'm saying?
Because
we
they
have
don't,
one,
because
but
they
you
don't
what I
know.
mean? Yeah,
They
'cause
don't know. So like when I do Moe's vagina talks, I
Oh my
have
God,
more
I'm glad you
men.
said talk after that.
Men, I have a lot of men that's on there.
Rick's like, when I do Moe's vagina.
My mom's watching.
Vagina.
Yes, so I have a lot of men on there. So I'll get clientele from that. Clients from there like, Mo, so I was like, yeah, don't you dare put your fingers nowhere if she didn't tell you to. Don't you dare.
And
Not.
And people just don't know. Like, I get questions about chemicals. I get questions about it, and it pushed us to educate ourselves more, because and that's the one thing about our show. Like, we educate, we teach you, we bring people on there to educate you and stuff. It is just passing the baton. A lot of times we don't have that in our community anymore.
And classes too, which is classes are no longer free now because we paid our dues. But we had classes that was free to the community where we did talk about the womb, we talked about the hair. My good friend Isan, he has a form
From
of
the rooter to the tutor.
you know.
Top to the
So
bottom.
yeah.
So, Alicia, let me ask you this question: do you feel like that you had to over-explain or wanted to give all the answers to the questions because you're a consumer? Of course, you're a consumer first, or is it because you felt like you owed it to the person to tell them what's like everything they asked about? Because sometimes people will, when they see a black, from my experience, when they see a smaller business or a black business, they feel like you gotta make me give you my money.
Sometimes,
Wait a minute, hold up. You got a lip ring?
In the middle of that question.
I just noticed it. And then I heard what said she got a belly button. So I'm just like, so it took
we
me
really
back.
got some piercings done, but yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry, but go ahead.
Sometimes Lord of mercy, I told you I was ready for him. I told you. Sometimes I felt like as a black business, like my customer service had to be A1. Like I remember one woman was trying to tell me that I didn't explain something to the certain extent, and I promise you, I got so mad because I was like, wait a minute, my customer service A1. Like we got a 5-star rating on Google, honey.
Right.
Like what are you talking about? We're known, and it got to the point that now every time you buy products from us, you get a little booklet that goes home with you. That teaches you everything. So now I don't have to explain so much. But I never wanted to get frustrated with anybody asking me questions because when it comes to the hair industry, you don't know. There's 10,000 products out there. You know, I would love for you to always buy Twin Nation products, but it might not work for you. So there is no holy grail of products, and there's so many different answers out here. So all I can do is tell you from my journey and what I know, and that's why on Instagram, every Friday we do hair talk. And so every taboo, every horror, like this week, we talked about bonnets. Like, you want to know why your bonnet is pulling your edges out? Because you buy a bonnet with the plastic is showing. So it grabs onto your edges and it's pulling the hair out.
Shout out to Miss Maddie's Bonnets.
Maddie's Bonnets was giving a tip. She's been to every hair show. But I didn't even know that you should not buy a bonnet with the plastic showing because that's what pulls your edges. You know what I'm saying? So it's taking that taboo out, or why is your elastic breaking down in your bonnet because you putting too much product. So taking that taboo.
I put a lot of product, by the way. Go ahead.
But it's like taking that taboo out of hair. I just felt like sometimes that information needed to be needed. You know, I don't regret it. I never regret it because I feel like I helped another black woman feel and understand that her hair is beautiful. I've had women tell me, my hair is never going to grow. My hair is ugly. No, it's not. Stop that. That's why we do hair
you
crush
just
with
ugly. It's not the hair.
I know he did not. Like, what is this?
It's you.
It's you. You know what I'm saying? That's why we do Hair Crush Wednesday. That's why I tell women to give a compliment because you never know what that woman is going to. I tell you, I'm your favorite nappy head. I love to wear nappy because this is the texture of my hair. Yeah. You know, I tell people.
And ain't nothing wrong with it.
And then I tell people, slaves back in the day, for them to confine to society, they used to use the pig fat to flat iron their hair. Like, your generation of women have gone through trauma just to get the perfect hair. So to me, if I can give that information to the next woman, I really don't care.
Not the perfect hair. Different style.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, but you have to understand that crown is on you. Like, if your hair ain't popping, a woman will cry. I know I cry if I don't get my hair done. So just imagine that sitting in the mirror and you're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't understand why it's not growing. It's ugly. I just want to cover it. And I just try to take that out. So, yeah, it sucks that I sat there for maybe 2 hours talking. But at least she felt better. Yes. But now when you buy Twin Nation, you know, now when you buy it, we send you a little booklet home. So everything I'm saying.
Because I tell people, when people ask me about my hair, I'm just like, look, I do what I do. You just got to, like, there's like, you got a different type of hair than I got. So I can't, you can't do what I do sometimes. You can try it.
Look at the product.
And then go, no, because I don't even use any products. So they're like, what the hell do you, I was like, I go to my refrigerator, grab an egg and some avocado. That's it. They were like, oh. Well, I think I got that in the refrigerator.
Well, how you mix it?
Right. And people ask it because there's so much taboo. And like I tell people, if you can't eat it, you shouldn't put it in your hair. I'm going to say that again. If you can't eat it, you shouldn't put it in your hair. And then also look who's selling it. Like Tracy Ellis Ross, like, that's her favorite. If you ain't got Tracy Ellis Ross hair, it might not work for you. Taraji P. Henson has a hairline. It might not work for you. Like, I love my customers, but a lot of my customers have locks. I have locks. I have 4C hair. That's predominantly is for. And then I'm dry. I got dry skin. I got dry hair. So if you have a problem containing moisture, I'm your girl. But you know? Yeah. And then Moe, she says vagina for everybody, so they don't have to say it. She takes the taboo out of that.
And that's the reason why it works for y'all, because y'all have, it's different things that y'all bring to the table and you can help a wide variety of people. Now, what y'all got going for the men, the beards and all that kind of stuff?
I got
So we'll start from the
chest
head.
hairs
We'll
and
start
all
from the
that.
head and we'll work down.
Oh, her stuff kind of better than mine. Right, because the men get so mad at me. Like, Mo got a whole, like, segment for them. So, she do. I'm going to tell the truth. So, I sell beard oil. So, we do have beard oil. I do make a beard balm and stuff like that. We help you take your beard from Anthony Hamilton to Rick Ross.
Okay, because the struggle beards be food.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a little patchy.
Right. Even though it works for Anthony, but it don't work for everybody.
Yeah.
So, we also...
Because he got money.
No, he doesn't look bad with it.
Yeah,
he
got that. Where's he from? South Carolina, North Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina.
Yeah, that's what.
You know what I'm saying?
From the South.
So we do have a beard oil. We try to give you a regimen and stuff like that. But my products cater to more the top of the head.
Okay.
And not this part. So, you know.
Yeah.
So for why is he looking? What does?
Because he got something to say.
So for me, I have a man wellness line. It's called Man Need Love Too. So when how I came up with this line is someone that I knew young, like 37, super nice looking, like just, I'm like, how do you have a problem with erectile dysfunction? But the medication that he was
she went all the way down. I thought she was still up here.
No, we
We
left you behind. We left you behind.
Right.
But, you know, the medication that he was taking caused this issue.
Was blood pressure medicine?
It was blood pressure and for diabetes. And you know, for this healthy, you know, as far as being active and vibrant man to now be like closed in and self-confidence is low. So then now you turn into anxiety, depression, and all these things. And so you lash out at people when we get like that. That's a man or a woman. But for a man, that's even worse. So I was like,
that's his manhood just gone.
Yeah, seriously. And so, you know, and sometimes women, we could be a little harsh. Like, what? Well, it don't work. This. Okay, can we get to the root?
Right, you be like, come on, you can.
I know you did not move that mic. Lord.
You know, so I wanted to find a way to assist them. Now, I don't provide any miracles. I tell everyone that I can't provide you with any miracles. I can provide you with a start. So the Man Need Love Too. Men Need Love to capsules. And then it has stamina, sexual energy, health, like all your vitamins all in one. And so this one guy, he was like, because I started getting text messages and I got nervous, like,
so it works.
Did something happen? So
Right.
I
What
started
they doing? Sending you pictures?
I was getting, I wish
Before
they
and
would.
after?
First of all, my husband is African. He'll play
Before
that.
and
So,
Before and after pictures.
From his wife, like, look.
well, no, that's what happened.
You know what she said?
See what happened?
This is your fault. This is your fault.
I know. So I started getting men's like, Mo, thank you so much, and that encouraged them to now live a healthier lifestyle. Right. Then I get women, look, Mo, I don't know what you put in there, but I'm tired.
Right.
I don't want
tone it down.
anymore.
Tell him to take one.
Yeah. And so one guy hit me up the other day. He was like, two guys. It was like, Mo, I got somebody pregnant. What you put in there? I said, no, what you let out.
Right. What you put in there? Because you don't want to put something.
So, you know, when people think of, some people think of the man line, they think of just sexual, but I'm like, it's so much more than that. You know, you want to be able to be creative as well. So then I had one guy with more severe cases. You see, I just got ED on that one. These, I put some extra love. The capsules came bigger. I'm like, no, listen, if this does not work for you,
then you might as well just.
I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have to go above and beyond.
Right.
I can't. I'm in my lane. So, but yeah. So the men, I just make sure I cater to them. I love to cater to men. Like I feel like. And I know someone like, what? No, they have to work for this. I think a man should be taken care of. Yeah. You can rub his feet. You can cook and clean. You know, of course, a man that appreciate that. But I just feel like we sometimes we don't give enough love to the men, which I understand why. I'm not saying that I don't, but I'm just one of those. I cater to the men.
Where's your husband from, you said?
He's from Nigeria.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. Because she just said Africa, and I'm just like, can you narrow that
He just be digging to be digging. Like he been trying to get back to that subject since the first time around.
Exactly where he from. What part?
Sure. What tribe?
Well, how long you been married,
It'll be 2 years May 9th.
Oh, shut up. Happy early anniversary.
Thank you.
Well, that's wonderful.
When you getting married, Maddloczz?
Whoa. I don't like it when the questions come for him. Like, that's why I keep looking at you. Ask me after 30. You know, I'm not
How
a
long we
big.
got? I want to make sure I bought some of these are for you guys too.
Oh, yeah. We got a good 15 minutes.
Okay.
No, I said ask me after 30. Like,
So I know that y'all, into the natural and the chakras and all that kind of stuff. What do y'all do to practice self-care? And how often do y'all do it? Do y'all do it every week, every month, once a year?
You ask them how often do y'all yoni steamer?
whoa,
I said self-care.
That is self-care.
Well,
No.
when do you steam yours?
She does yoni steam parties. And I was just like, that is just so neat.
Yes. So the difference, and then we'll get to how Maddloczz self-care, but for me, yoni steaming, a lot of people think that is, it's fun. We're gonna sip some wine, this and that. Not in my center.
Right.
We come to heal, and my vagina is fine. Yeah, but your mental space may not be. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna come here. We're gonna say some body affirmations. We're gonna say some intentions. Period. Mm-hmm. So when you walk back out, when you're kids, you may be stressed in different areas. But yeah, we do yoni steaming. I only steam once a week because I have fibroid tumors, which have now shrunk. That's how I started my business.
Oh, okay.
After surgery and stuff. And so, yeah, you come and I got some popping organic tea now. That tea get you right. Some lemongrass and soursop.
Okay.
Woo.
Okay.
You get your life.
So,
I might go just for the tea.
It worked. The way she's smiling. Girl, how much that tea?
Shoot, $10.
Give me some of that thing. I shouldn't drink it. I'm single. I probably should leave it alone.
I love Moe's tea. That tea is delicious. Self-care for me, like Saturday and Sunday morning, I don't leave my house for a certain amount of time. Like if you're not really talking about nothing, I just don't answer the phone. I chill out. I'm actually reading a new book that the Happy Naps. Yes, Happy Naps and Infinity Locks. There, they got me the book called The Science Behind Black Hair. So I read and I research, but I write my affirmations. I look in the mirror. I just try to find a peace with me. I talk to my parents on the weekend, ironically. Like, I see with them and get the space. But I just isolate myself. Like, on the weekends, early morning, and then, I go out and make my money and stuff. But isolation.
Yeah. Right. Quiet.
Because
my affirmation is just calm the fuck down.
You need to start being nicer. I saw that little text message. I'm going to come at you. Because I saw the little text message when your cousin or somebody tried to ask you a question and you was like, no. And then you was like, wait, let me answer the question. Like, I saw that. I said, this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. You that one good.
And then he was asking for money. I was like, I know this what you wanted. I already knew it. No.
Well, you know what, y'all? I will say this. I am proud of y'all.
I'm glad y'all
known
came.
y'all that long, but I am extremely proud of y'all because I love to see black people doing their thing, especially black women. I know sometimes I'm biased.
Because guess what? If it's a woman, I clap once, but if it's a black woman, I clap twice.
You hear me? And I'm cheering all the way, and I'm gonna do all I can to make sure I'm supportive of that business. If it's something that I could use, now of course I'm not gonna. If she's selling like Gucci purses, I probably won't be buying them because I don't really do the name brand stuff. But natural stuff and health stuff for self-care and healthcare and all that kind of stuff. Of course, I'm gonna be down to try to spend my coins in that direction. Versus going to Walgreens or something like that.
And we're affordable. That's what people forget. We're affordable.
What did y'all bring? Because we got like 5 minutes.
I didn't bring nothing. My bad.
I'm sorry, Mo. What did you bring?
All right. I bought first. So this is a migraine capsules. Okay. So people that have like severe migraines, they could take this instead of going to the hospital taking the medication.
I need some of those because my grandmother has really bad migraines.
She does, and this will help you to sleep. It has a herb called valerian root.
Okay.
And
how much are those, or are those hours?
So these are you guys. The moringa. Let me go through it.
Okay, yes, please.
All right. So, but these are 10, and it's 30 capsules, and you don't even have to use them every day, just when you feel it coming on. Mm-hmm. So this is moringa, and so the moringa is really good for your immune system, and fight any infections that your body may have. So you should be taking this once a day. Mm-hmm. And then we have the black seed, which is really good for blood pressure and inflammation. So that is whoever wants that. And then I brought you a sample of the overall
For immunity.
yoni.
I got a good immune system.
Okay, well, I'll take it.
I got a good immune system. So this one is the body and yoni wash. So men and women, kids can use this because it's black soap, almond oil, and aloe vera. So you can do that.
I take both of those.
And so this is.
I need a lot of. I got a lot to wash.
This one is the yoni steam. So this is how the yoni steam looks. Okay. Of course, you won't use that much. And so I'm going to actually let you guys smell it because you can drink it as tea as well.
It's delicious.
Shut up. Mm-hmm. You pass that.
You can actually drink it right before your time of the month. It helps you throw,
Yes.
Oh, that smells really good.
So you'll smell the nettle and the peppermint in there. And so this is a travel kit that I have for women when we go to work out on a date, or just, we're just like, I'm not really feeling really fresh. So you don't have to pull out no big old bottle or nothing. You can easily just squirt in there. So it's a yoni wash and yoni spray. The good thing about this, it has some good radish root. And so you can spray it on your face. So if y'all want to sample it, spray it on your face, you can. Okay. And this is, yes. And so,
he just great.
and this is just a larger yoni wash here. And then this is just the erectile dysfunction one that we have. So,
I don't need that one.
Yeah, no.
You, Gary? You need that one?
Don't you do him? He been over there minding his beard. Gary, I got your bag.
No,
yes,
it,
you can.
It might make
you can, because that's what a lot of men do too. Anyway, they just take it for the extra fun. That way you don't have to go to the gas station, heartbeat pounding and everything else. I got you right there, and you still got some, vitamins.
And don't come for Gary no more.
I wasn't.
That's dope. I love that.
But you can't have that one.
Oh. Sorry. I didn't know.
Oh, that is too funny.
That's all right. I'll purchase it.
Oh Lord, we are out of time. Oh, let our fans know where they can reach you, because we put the Motivate Your Womb in the description box. But let them know.
Well, it'll be Maddloczz and Moe. Oh, okay. But Maddloczz and Moe.
He's so disrespectful.
Excuse you?
I don't know. He's like, I just put the Motivate Your Womb. I ain't got no website.
No, because she had said, and I was like, I was saying we already got that, so let us know where else they can reach you.
Okay.
You calm down.
So, yeah, you go to, we'll start with motivateyourwomb.com or Motivate Your Womb on Instagram and Facebook. Okay. I have a Yoni Steam and Henna event coming up for Valentine's Day. Okay. And then Maddloczz and Moe, which we have Cousin Kickback coming, and then Twin Nation. So
you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Twin Nation 15. For y'all that don't know how to spell it, it's TWINNATION 15. And you can reach us, and we even have a hotline number for you to call for any questions, concerns, and shipping. And we are located at Happy Naps in Funky Town, Fort Worth, off the 6800 Brent Stairwood.
Oh, y'all in the ghetto.
Yeah, first off, don't you ever do us like that. Miss Eve, I'm finna tell Miss Eve, we finna pull up on you.
And they do the best hair.
And we do the best hair, and we make sure you got all your edges, because we got that hair crack to grow your edges back, okay?
What you trying to say? Because I ain't got no issue with that. So.
I didn't say nothing. If the
because you were looking,
put it on.
I'm going to need you to take the caps lock out your voice when you on my show.
See, this is why I look this way. This is why every time you answer the question, I look this way, because I knew he was going to come for me. I said it.
And you coming right back for him, so it's for.
I try to be his friend.
You gotta just try harder, girl.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, thank you guys for being on our show.
Thank you for
y'all have a dope show. I always try to share y'all shows and stuff like that to make sure that our listeners are getting a full spectrum of what's out there.
And y'all gotta come on our show. We want to attack y'all though.
Oh,
I know.
What y'all doing after this?
I was gonna ask you, do y'all want to be on the show next?
Yeah.
Did you want
to?
I can't. I gotta do stuff.
What you mean you can't?
My kids.
She got children.
I have 4
Can you
kids.
separate?
She got 12 head children.
Yeah,
Give
that's
us like
fine.
30 days.
Yeah, y'all can take him. Go and take him.
She said, "Go and take him. Don't you come over there acting no fool."
He gonna act right. He gonna act right.
I act right on other people's stuff.
He gonna go steam real quick before he get on y'all show so he can act right.
You know, so in Asia and Korea,
Men steam.
yes.
They need ball steaming because sometimes these men don't. You know what? Anyway, it's
because they all using Irish Springs. I keep telling y'all.
The ones in Oak Cliff.
The ones in Oak
Especially
Cliff.
the ones in Oak Cliff. That came from him.
She
That
said
came
Oak
from him.
Cliff.
That came from him. That's what he taught me.
Right.
I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't.
But we
girl.
done.
Everybody in
Let's
Oak
let-
Cliff use Irish Spring. I didn't know that. We used to party.
Yeah, you missed the whole conversation.
You gotta go back and rewatch that show so
Right.
you know what's up.
But we
anyway,
done.
Thank y'all.
We'll see y'all. Well, I'll
Y'all
see
catch-
y'all in a minute.
Y'all
Yes.
catch Dre on Maddloczz Moe coming up right behind this show.
Right.
All right, see y'all in a little bit.
Deuces.
Bye.